If you're publishing your content to the KDP Amazon Marketplace, then you may be well aware that you're able to categorize your ebooks and your print books according to the areas that you want to put it in, but there are some people out there that are abusing the system, and we're going to be talking about these category squatters who ruin self-publishing. Stay tuned to today's episode. Hey, I'm Dale L. Roberts, a best-selling author as well as a self-publishing advocate who wants to show you how to publish books that sell. And if you want that too, make sure you click that subscribe button, ring the bell icon, and of course turn it to all so you don't miss a single one of these videos. This video is exclusively sponsored by Codabee. Codabee Author is an award-winning ebook authoring tool which helps you export your ebooks in different formats. This means that you don't need to use more than one tool or software to target different devices, but it will make the job easy for you and provide your ebook in all formats you could ever ask for. This includes iOS apps, Android apps, EPUB, Mobi, web apps, desktop apps, and so much more. The team behind Codabee also provides custom ebook services in case you need any manual work done in your ebooks, such as special interactivity, illustrations, animations, and so much more. For more details, visit dalelinks.com/Codabee. That's K-O-T-O-B-E-E. Again, dalelinks.com/Codabee. As you may be aware, when you're listing your book through the Kindle Direct Publishing platform, whether it's ebook or print book, you're able to get it categorized usually in about 2 to 3 categories at first. But there are some people out there that have figured out a little bit of a way to get in, a way to work the system, and these people are referred to as category squatters, as I heard someone once tell me. Now, it seems innocent enough. These people are listing their books over in the wrong categories, and they're just kind of staying there. They're not moving anywhere. Well, how exactly do they get placed into the wrong category is the real question. So this is how category placement works through Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing. When you go to publish your book, you're given 2 BISAC categories that you're able to select in the very first window when you're uploading your book. And then you select the keywords, and depending on the type of content, what Amazon's going to do is they're going to try to figure out, okay, this ebook or this print book goes here, here, and here based on the information that they've given us. Because you select the BISAC category, and though that is kind of like the gold standard of US and UK categorization, Amazon doesn't use that categorization on their platform. They use something else because they've figured out a better way to be in tune to their customers' needs. And so they go ahead and they will try to best slip you into the 2 to 3 categories that they believe your ebook and print book should go. Now, believe it or not, you're allowed to have upwards of 10 different categories per print book and per ebook. So this means that not only do you get the 2 to 3 that they automatically put you into, and you can even adjust those, you can even add another 6 to 7. So in total, you can have 10 altogether. Here's how it works. You're going to go ahead and research your niche. You know, just look around into your niche, see what other books are listed into it. So select a book. You're going to go to the product details, scroll on down. You're going to select the category. And when it shows the category, it's going to pop up the bestseller list for that particular category. On the left-hand side, there's going to be a browse path, otherwise known as the category or niche. And the browse path is indicated by, say, like Kindle Store. And then below Kindle Store, it might say literature and fiction, and then it breaks down even further, and each one of those represents a browse path. So if you hear me say browse path or niche or category, they're all one and the same on the Amazon platform. So once you find the browse path that you want to list your book in, you can go into your dashboard, scroll down, click the Contact Us, and the rest of it's intuitive. You just essentially request to go ahead and add ASIN or ISBN to the specific browse paths. Now, if there's particular browse paths that don't make sense, so in other words, they put your book into the wrong category, you can just ask them, hey, could you remove me from that category and put me into this one? And they're usually quite accommodating. So why do books publish in incorrect categories anyway? There's 2 thoughts on this one. The first one is accidental, and KDP is completely to blame on this one, and it's not a perfect system. Remember, folks, that this business really started in 2008. And it's only been about roughly 12 years for them to kind of get their bearings on this one. And they're a bull in a china shop. They're going to break a few things in the process, and they're just trying to adjust as they go along. So when you select your BISAC, you put your keywords in there, and based sometimes on the content, they're going to try to figure out how to best categorize your content. So sometimes your book's going to accidentally get put into there. And then some instances when you see other publishers or other authors listing in the incorrect categories, give them the benefit of the doubt. They might have accidentally been put into there and they don't even know that they're inside that category, much less that they're able to take advantage of upwards of 10 browse paths or change the current browse paths they're listed in. Yes, believe it or not, not everybody watches my channel, not everybody consumes self-publishing here on YouTube, and it's not like Amazon KDP even has this inside their KDP Jumpstart program. They don't even go down in detail about this, which is shocking to me. Now, the second thing is they do it on purpose. The author and the publisher know what they're doing. They know they're allowed to have upwards of 10 browse paths per listing. And they're putting their books purposely into the incorrect categories. And you're probably scratching your head going, well, why do they want to do that? They're shelving their book in the wrong area. There's a couple of thoughts on this one. That they want the bestseller tag. They're purposely putting their content into a category that they know it's easy pickings. That they know that when they go ahead and sell X amount of books, they're going to be number one on there, and they're going to be the king of the hill, that they're going to be the top of the mountain, the cream of the crop. But I hate to tell you, and this is something I've said so much on this channel, the Amazon bestseller tag is not all that in a bag of chips, folks. It's not going to be something that's going to, land you the largest media appearances. It's not going to be anything that's going to increase your paydays. It's nothing like a New York Times best-selling book, or a Wall Street Journal best-selling book, or a USA best-selling book, which requires a lot more volume, which of course comes with more credibility and more authority than, say, Amazon bestseller. Yet these authors and these publishers continue to go ahead and abuse the system and list their books into this. Now, there are some, I'm sure, that accidentally got listed into it, and then they added categories on top of it and said, well, I didn't know I could change out my categories. And, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt on this one. So you're probably saying, but Dale, how can we tell if someone's category squatting? Well, we can speculate on how people are category squatting. You're only able to see 3 specific browse paths if you scroll down to the product details of a given book or ebook. But if you do this little trick, and I've shared this before, what you do is take the ASIN or the ISBN of the book inside the product details, and you're going to go ahead and put it into the search bar of Amazon, and it's going to search it up, and it should bring up that book. And then on the left-hand side, you typically can see the start of the browse paths. And if you click on those browse paths, it's going to expand down to show you all of the different browse paths this particular book is using. Now, that tends to be labor-intensive, and there really shouldn't be any reason for you to sit here and troll about trying to speculate whether or not this person's category squatting. So I'm just going to make it super simple for you. I'd actually shared this tool before on this channel, and it's called booklink.com. It's actually spelled BKLNK.com. And they actually have a category finder tool. And what you can do is you go to their website, all right, and you put in the ASIN or the ISBN, and it will bring up all the categories that are related to this given publication. And so then you're able to kind of see something so much bigger, so much more obvious. And to me, I think that if you're seeing, first of all, that the person only has, say, 3 categories on their ebook and only 3 categories on the print book, then they're unknowingly being categorized into this based on KDP and not of their own doing. So they may not know that they can have upwards of 10 categories, much less the ability to change out those incorrect browse paths. Now, if you start to see a lot more listed, let's say we see 7, if not 10 in a particular ebook or print book, then that means this person knows what they're doing. And maybe, just maybe they didn't know they can actually replace those things that KDP categorized them under. So what exactly do we do with this information? Do we snitch on them or do we shame them? Now, I'm just going to lean in towards the fact that we really shouldn't be, bothering with going and telling on people. Like, I'm not the type of person that wants to spend time tattletelling on someone. Like, oh, this person went and put themselves in the wrong category, and it's clearly that way because I found them in 10 different browse paths, and 2 of them is not appropriate. And then there's, of course, the other part, one that I kind of like to have a little bit of fun with, where I just kind of shame them and point my finger and say, shame on you. But what we all should do is build more awareness around this. And it's not just in sharing, say, my content to this person that is doing this wrong. It's more about like telling other indie authors and other publishers about the fact that they can change their browse paths and that they can switch it out and they can build awareness and work with Kindle Direct Publishing to change out the browse paths and correctly list their product in the right category. So that way you're not just taking your book, walking down any old aisle in the library and just sticking it on there and saying, well, that seems like where it's supposed to go. So what can we do about these category squatters who ruin self-publishing? Not too much we can do other than build awareness, and at some point Amazon is going to tighten up things. They're going to go ahead and close up these loopholes, and in due time we're going to see these books that are improperly categorized moved into the right categories, if not removed off the platform altogether. Hey, let's not have all the fun stop right here. Actually, this isn't all doom and gloom. Believe it or not, I actually shared a very unique category that's invite only. It's called Kindle Short Reads. I'm not sure if you heard about this. I actually shared 10 very profitable short read niches in 2020. Let's go take a look at it this next video. You're going to click it down there. We're going to have even more fun. It's less doom and gloom. I'll see you there.